Good morning, Bearcats. Happy Friday, last day of week 3. Today we are still working on genre, but I'm going to be adding in an extended response question. Okay, so you are going to be on classwork week 3, and there's going to be 2 things attached to this today. Okay, and I do have directions right here. First thing you are doing is watching this video. I'm going to be going through a PowerPoint, and that is this right here attached. You do not have to do anything with this. This is just for you guys to look back if you forget directions or how the race strategy is going to work. Once you have done that, you are going to click right here where it says genre extended response. You are going to be doing that. That is what you're going to be turning in today. Okay. So extended response question, that is where you write out an answer. So today you are going to be typing that answer, okay? And when we do extended response questions, we use the race strategy. So I'm going to quickly go through this with you, okay? So race is the strategy we're going to use this year. You can use this in any class, okay? It doesn't necessarily give you the answer, but it helps you make sure you answer all part of the questions. It's kind of like a checklist. Hopefully you guys used this last year. You may have used RAP or something very similar, okay? So R, restate the question. Use the words from the question and include the title of the story. So example, if I asked you, what is your favorite food? Don't just tell me cheeseburger. My favorite food is a cheeseburger. So make sure you use the question to start your answer. Okay, A stands for answer the question. Make sure you are answering all parts of the question. Okay, so if there's a part A and a part B, make sure you label it. Make sure you are answering all those different sections. Also, make sure you are staying on topic. If the question is about how do bikes work, okay, tell me it from the story. How does a bike work? Don't get off topic and tell me all about your bike and how you fell and skinned your knee. I care about that story, but that's not something that's supposed to be included in your answer. Okay, then you are going to cite evidence. This is where you are supporting your answer. How do you know that your answer is correct? Okay, you need to give at least 2 examples from the text. You can do more, but never less at least 2. And include page numbers or paragraphs. That tells me where you found your answers. And if you are quoting something from the text, put those quotation marks so I know you're taking it from the story. And then I gave you some sentence starters right here. In the text it says, in paragraph blank, the author stated, according to the text. One example of the text is, and I know this because. And then E, this is where I feel like people usually struggle the most. Explain your answer or thinking. I kind of say this is just like a conclusion. Tell me how your evidence supports your answer. Wrap it up. I can conclude that this shows that this is how I know. It's kind of more just your conclusion sentence. Okay. And then I have an example for you. Okay, so this story, where did electricity come from? If you want to read through this story, you can. And then the question, what is the genre of the story? Where did electricity come from? Part B, explain how you know your answer in part A. So there are 2 parts, so I have to make sure I label both parts. And here's my example answer. So you see I have it labeled part A and part B. Part A, the genre of the story, where did electricity come from, is informational. So I restate it right there. I use that title, and then my answer is just really quick, informational. Okay. Part B is where I'm going to use the C and the E of race. This is where I'm going to give my evidence. I know that where did electricity come from is informational because it is a nonfiction article that is giving real facts about a topic. For example, in paragraph 3, the author gave the fact that, quotation mark, the first person to produce a continuous electrical current was an Italian man named Alessandro Volta in 1800, quotation mark. So I gave an answer right there and I kind of explained it. This is my background knowledge. I know that nonfiction is when real facts are given about a topic, and that is informational. And then I gave an example of a real fact given. The second reason that I know this passage is informational is because I was able to eliminate biography, and autobiography. So another example that you can give is a reason why it's not something else. Although the article does mention people in paragraphs 2 and 3, that's my text evidence, the entire article is not about one specific person's life, which means the article is just giving information. In conclusion, this is how I know that the genre of the story, Where Did Electricity Come From, is informational. Okay. So if you want to go back and read this story and then look at my answer again, remember that this is in Google Classroom with your assignment. Once you've done that, you are going to click Genre Extended Response Practice. You have a short story to read. It is called The Frog Prince, okay? And here's your directions right here. Read the following story, then answer the extended response questions. Be sure to use the race strategy that Ms. Schlemm went over this morning in the morning video in the week 3 virtual classroom. So you are going to read this story, very, very short story. Then you are going to scroll down to the second page. Same question. I forgot to change the title though. What is the genre of the story, The Frog Prince? Explain how you know your answer in part A. And then you're just going to come down here, type part A, and start typing your answer. Okay, if you guys have any questions, I will be on the Breakfast Club from 10 to 11, or you can always comment those. Okay, have a great Friday and a great weekend. Bye, Bearcats.